Hello, folks. Welcome to Kudlow. I'm Larry Kudlow. All right, get ready. Like it or not, you're going to be driving an electric car in the next couple years. Why? Well, even though the majority of Americans don't like it, well, because the EPA, the Environment Protection Agency, is going to tell you to drive an electric car. Now, what's their authority to tell you? Well, in the Biden years, modern socialism through the regulatory state. In other words, central planning, a 5-year plan, just like the old Soviets or the current Chinese. Heck, we even now have a 10-year plan. That's better than the old Soviets. Now, does the EPA have the constitutional or legislative authority to tell Americans what kind of car they drive? Well, I don't know. My suspicion is the Supreme Court decision, West Virginia versus the EPA, which curtailed regulatory power over the major questions doctrine, which translates into any decision having vast economic and political significance, well, that should apply in order to restrain the EPA. But we're going to ask Congressman Byron Donalds in just a moment, he's a member of the House Oversight Committee, whether the EPA has this power or not. Now, according to reports, the EPA tomorrow will unveil its new regulatory mandate that would require over half of new cars sold in the U.S. to be electric by 2030. That's 7 years from now. And as many as 2/3 by 2032, which is just 9 years from now. Today, to give you some sense of it, about 7% of new car sales are electric. Kind of a long stone's throw from 7% to 2/3, but never doubt the havoc caused by our EPA. More numbers? Well, listen, about 80,000 electric vehicles and plug-in hybrids were sold last January. That same month, about 950,000 ICEs, meaning internal combustion engines, as well as roughly another 3 million used gas-powered cars were sold that same month. In other words, 4 million by gas and about 80,000 by battery, most of which probably came from China. You think these private car companies, Ford, GM, Honda, Tesla, Chrysler, all the rest of them, you think they're going to be capable of meeting such stringent greenhouse gas emission standards, representing 100-year change to the U.S. industrial base? That, according to a leading trade group. You think so? I don't know. But here's a problem these car makers might encounter. Their customers don't really seem to want EVs. The latest poll from the University of Chicago suggests only 8% of American adults have an EV right now. And just 19% say it's very or extremely likely they'd purchase one. Meanwhile, nearly half say it's not likely they'll go electric. And 6 in 10 say that's because the cost is too high. On average, new electric vehicles cost about $58,000. Today's average gas-powered car, less than $46,000, according to a report in the New York Sun. And by the way, new Treasury Department rules won't give everyone a $7,500 federal tax credit, and the U.S. doesn't have near enough minerals that go into EV batteries. That is, unless we want the EPA action to be the China Bailout Act, which we've kind of been doing already, haven't we? Anyway, of course, the Bidens' far-left extremist climate policies have kept U.S. oil production well below pre-COVID levels, thereby keeping prices way high, helping the Russians in Ukraine, giving energy dominance back to the Saudis and OPEC+. Meanwhile, in Mr. Biden's first 2 years, from February 2021 through February 2023, energy prices are up 32%, gas prices up 35%, grocery prices up 20%. You know what the problem with the EPA and radical climate change in general is? They are taking away our free choice. So, if you're fed up with a bunch of left-wing central planners jamming stuff down your throat, well, then vote no. But if you like what they're doing, well, then just go out and buy an EV. At least buy a Tesla, because at least he's for free speech. Better than some people I can think of, not naming names. Anyway, that's my riff.